A blessed day, my dear students! For today's topic, let's get to know more about the principles of design. Principles of designs are important too. Make your artwork look visually appealing, catch people's eyes, and get good reviews. The principles of design are made up of various mixes of the elements of design all put together in one picture, making the picture look better. When more than one principle is used together, an artist can create artwork that will amaze people and get good publicity, hopefully benefiting the artist who made them. The principles of design are the rules a designer must follow to create an effective and attractive composition. These are standard rules to be observed by artists in creating work of art. They are how to create and organize artwork. When elements are utilized with the principle in mind, outstanding artwork is created. The fundamental principles of design are emphasis, balance, contrast, movement, pattern, rhythm, and unity. Design differs from art in that it has to have a purpose. In addition to that, variety and proportion. Balance or alignment, showing visual weight. It is the feeling of balance or comfortable arrangement of things in arts. When the elements of design are arranged symmetrically and asymmetrically to create the impression of equality in weight or importance. The weight can come from color, size, or texture. Symmetrical designs are always pleasing, if not occasionally boring. Asymmetrical designs are bolder and can bring real visual interest and movement to your composition. Contrast is the juxtaposition of different arrangement of opposite elements of design to create visual interest or a focal point. For example of contrast, a dark shade in light values, rough versus smooth textures, and small versus big objects, in order to highlight their differences. Contrast creates space and difference between elements in your design. Your background needs to be significantly different from the color of your elements so they work harmoniously together and are readable. Emphasis is grabbing attention. Creation of a focal area in an artwork, used to make parts of an artwork stand out. It creates the center of interest or focal point. It is a place in which an artist draws your eyes to first. Emphasis can be achieved through placement, contrast, color, size, repetitions. Emphasis deals with the parts of a design that are meant to stand out. For example, dark shade in a light composition. Movement, creating motion. It is how we get around in an artwork. Movement is controlling the elements in a composition so that the eye is led to move from one to the next, and the information is properly communicated to your audience. In movement, the use of recurring elements to direct the eye through the image. The way the elements are organized to lead the eye to focal eye. The eye can be directed, for example, along edges by means of shape and colors. Movement creates the story of the narrative of your work. Movement refers to the way the eye travels over a design. Pattern, the repetition of specific visual elements. Decorate surfaces with planned, repeated units, a method used to organize surfaces in a consistent, regular manner. Pattern is a regular arrangement of alternated or repeated elements, such as unit of shapes or form, colors, lines, or symbols and motifs. Patterns are nothing more than a repetition of multiple design elements working together. Wallpaper patterns are the most obvious example of patterns that virtually everyone is familiar with. Another principle of design is the rhythm. It refers to the arrangement of elements in a way which creates an underlying beat. Rhythm can be regular repetition or alteration in elements. There are 5 basic types of visual rhythm that designers can create. random, regular, alternating, flowing, and progressive. Random rhythms have no discernible pattern. Regular rhythms follow the same spacing between each element with no variation. Unity, when all parts of an image work together to be seen in a whole, visually pleasing arrangement of elements in a design. Unity is the joining parts together. It means that all is in harmony. Variety adds interest. Unity refers to how well the elements of design work together. Designs with good unity also appear to be more organized and of higher quality and authority than designs with poor unity. Additional principle of design is variety. Variety in design is used to create visual interest. Without variety, a design can very quickly become monotonous. Variety is the visual diversity on a design. It can be variation of shapes, size, and colors. It can be created in a variety of ways, through color, typography, images, shapes, and virtually any other design elements. Lastly is the proportion. It means showing size relationship. How proportion is used will affect how realistic or stylized something seems. Proportion is all about composition and relationship. It can be expressed through height, width, and depth. In addition, proportion is the visual size and weight of elements in a composition and how they relate to each other. It often helps to approach your design in sections instead of as a whole. Here are the references that I have used in doing my presentation. Photos used here are from Canva. This has been your teacher for today, Mrs. Cynthia Soledad S. Aspe, sharing with you something to ponder from Michelangelo, an Italian sculptor. He once said that, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved it until set him free." Every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. Have a nice day!